From every strand on the line of your reel, to the rods, to the anglers, to the lures on the end of your hook, let's talk about those big bass here on Co-Angler's Corner with your hosts, Rob Welch and John Stout.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John.
How y'all are? I'm Rob, Cajun Rob. Glad to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
And we have a very special guest tonight. One of Rob's good friends here, Luke Shrader, Mr. Side Pot. He's also won a boat, I believe, last year at one of the regional events, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct, Rob?
Yeah, he won at Dale Hollow last year, Dale Hollow Regional.
Okay.
So definitely great
Nice.
guy. He's fished. I'll give you a little bit of background. I know he's fished FLW as a pro. He's fished a lot of tournaments, and said he runs the side pot, which I've been fortunate, and I've won it twice last year, and so I'll show y'all have some details about that. Y'all want to stay tuned for that. It's worthwhile. My dad used to say, if you don't get on the side pot, you're leaving money on the table.
There you go. So we'll bring him right in here in a second. All right, there he is.
Hey, Luke.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. We look forward to it.
Yeah, man.
But if you want to, just kind of go over kind of your background a little bit. You fished FLW for a while, and you kind of doing the BFLs and a few things. But if you want to just kind of go over your background, how you got started, and how you got started in like tournament fishing, and kind of give the viewers kind of an idea.
Yeah, so I've been fishing tournaments probably since I was 16. Started off at the club level with an aluminum tracker, like pretty much everyone else, and probably jumped into my first BFL at the age of maybe 18 or 19. So I felt like one of the only young guys at the time. It seems like everyone is 18 or 19 now.
Oh yeah.
That was probably 15 years ago now, and had fished a couple, ever starts and opens as a pros throughout the year, and sort of took steps forward and backward with, competitive bass fishing, but always stayed super active and fished a lot of tournaments. And that sort of culminated for me in 2021. I fished the NPFL, the National Pro Fishing League, for a year, and sort of spent a whole year trying to make it as a pro angler, and really got to like live out my dream and travel around the country and fish every day, and fished a couple Bassmaster Opens as a pro the following year, and sort of dabbled in some co-angler stuff in between. And I'm still at this stage in the game, kind of fishing both from the front and back of the boat at sort of the BFL regional and local level, and do aspire to one day probably or hopefully compete at that professional level again. But, like just trying to stay active and fish as many tournaments and continue learning in the meantime.
Definitely. Now that's quite a transition, going to back to boat, front of the boat, then back of the boat. I've only known a couple guys really have success. You and Mike Cassida. I know he won, I think, Cumberland last year as a co.
Yeah, it's definitely a different perspective. I feel like it does help. I think fishing from the back of the boat helps you from the front of the boat, but I also think all that time that I've spent in the front of the boat really helps tremendously from the back of the boat, and it just like really makes you familiar with so many different scenarios. So it gives you a good perspective as far as like the boater co-angler dynamic as well, because
definitely
spectrum. So
now, as far as preparing for a tournament, did you prepare the same as a co and the pro and the co, or how did you leading up to the tournament? Did you practice, or I shouldn't say practice, but just prep for it? Your pre-practice.
Yeah, I think as a boater, you're really just consumed with so many other things, and I was always one to kind of practice as much as you possibly could. I never wanted anyone else to get an advantage on you, so you're kind of burning the candle at both ends, and it almost became more frantic where the day before the tournament, you're practicing right up to the deadline. Maybe that's, 3-4 o'clock. Maybe that's dark, but, then you're scrambling to get your tackle together, for the night before. Whereas a co-angler, I definitely spend more time just sort of fine tuning, rod and reel and tackle stuff and tinkering and really getting that end of it dialed in. Whereas as a boater, I felt like I was probably more consumed with the fishing aspect. And also just the boat aspect. I mean, boat maintenance, just tightening jack plate bolts and trolling motor bolts and doing all that stuff at 9, 10 p.m. the night before a tournament. So I do feel like it's a little easier to prepare on the co-angler end for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Fat Guy Outdoors says, Luke.
What's up? How are you?
Rob and I were talking. He was actually on the show before we even went live.
Oh,
Yeah, he had a comment on there before we even got on. I was like, how do you do that? Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, Rick Models says hi to everybody here. So
yeah, Rick's a great guy.
good deal.
Yeah.
What's up, Rick?
And
Thank you, man.
Andrew says congrats on the regional win.
Thank you, man. That was a big deal.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. Now that he brought that up, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. So I won the BFL Regional on Dale Hollow last fall. I think it was late October. 3-day tournament. I think I sort of specifically fished the volunteer division last year in hopes of, fishing that regional really with the idea of winning it, but never thought it would actually happen. And that's only about an hour from my house where I live now. I really don't have a ton of experience on the lake, but I felt like to have something that close to home, I really had to try and take advantage and qualify to get there. And then the tournament itself really just everything unfolded the way I needed to. So that was great.
Nice.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. In your time, every bite you land, it's just amazing. The next tournament, you may land 50%, but it seems like everything comes in, everything just clicks, everything's there. It's amazing.
Yeah, there were a few things that maybe weren't perfect per se, but it's just funny how they don't come back to hurt you, when it's that scenario. So it was great. The first 2 days of that tournament was fortunate enough to be fishing shallower, which was probably the better scenario for the co-angler, although I did end up catching a bigger bag on the final day when we were out deep. But fished mostly grass those days is sort of where I caught my fish. Caught them on a spinnerbait and also like a baby brush hog. And then day 3, it was, I believe, only the top 12 make the final day of the regional. And I knew that I wasn't going to get that many opportunities, but I also was aware that every other co-angler in the field was going to be facing almost the exact same scenario. So I just went into it with an attitude where, I was going to figure it out sort of no matter what it took, and that it might only take 2 or 3 bites to win that day. And that's what it did. I think it's kind of incredible. I caught 8 keeper fish over 3 days, and I won a boat for it. So I don't know if I'll ever be a tournament that's that difficult or has that low of numbers on the co-angler end, but it worked out well for me.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's your day, man. When it happens, it's your day.
Yeah. Robert Holiday says, "What's up, fellas?" He's going to be he's a guest on here in the near future. So.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He's fishing as a co at Dale as well. Me and him actually gonna travel together and split the house. A great guy.
Yeah, we won't talk too much about it because we don't want to let Rob try to get an advantage over you.
Yeah.
Andrew says, "I've been to several regionals, but can't seem to put it together as a co." He says, "I'm a boater now, so I'll try it from this side."
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely different.
Kevin McGivney, he's going to be on here in a couple months talking about K&K Customs and his business there. So,
good deal.
All right.
So, do you want to go into the side pot, or I know Rob probably itching at the bit because we've had a couple of guests on that joined side pot, and Rob's leading them in
barely
side pot wins. So
yeah.
I've been lucky and fortunate, but I appreciate you doing that, and I've gotten lucky a couple times.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. I really love it, even as like a fan. Even if say 5 co-anglers get in and it's a BFL that's some far off land, I'm always watching the weigh and just excited to see who I'm going to be mailed that check to. So,
oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Side pot.
Rob waited.
Oh, go ahead.
Rob waited until the end of last year to tell me about it, so I didn't get in on any.
Oh, you missed out, huh?
Yeah, even though we don't fish the same divisions, he was holding it all in.
Yeah.
I was amazed. I got lucky.
Hey, it's fun. You never know.
It is.
You really don't.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I give hats off, man. Luke, he mails them checks off on Monday. I have it Wednesday in mail. I look, there it is in the mail Wednesday. So, guys, he gets it out same week, man.
I'm quick about it. I think some people are surprised they actually get it sometimes, but Yeah, I take pride in the whole customer service aspect, and I love making those posts every week and just, picture with the mailbox is sort of the classic look of, hey, we're sending
Yep.
out these first thing Monday or Tuesday. So it's
Nice.
fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, because I know there's some contingencies. I won't mention any names. They'll pay you out at the end of the season. So
Yeah, or 6 to 8 weeks, something like
yeah.
that. I have most people, they get their side pot check before they get their actual tournament check.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard.
I know. I finished fifth in a coast, and it took me almost 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, that won't happen.
No. Well, I'm gonna surpass Rob this year.
Hey, you got the opportunity. I think the Northeast will have probably a pretty solid turnout. That's where I'm from originally. Have a bunch of connections up there and have guys like, Mike Mueller. I think you might have had him on the show.
Oh yeah. Mike's awesome. He's
pushing it. He's great, man. He's really authentic and
sharp guy. One of the smartest guys out there, man. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Rob, you got a challenge here.
Yeah, I see it. Well, he's my housemate too, so
old Doc's gonna take your money. I think there might be a couple side pots. The one,
side pot to the side pot,
and then the other side pot, right? Yeah,
could be.
I think Chris is asking
renting out the house in Maryland.
Yeah, I still got it. Better inquire soon because it's booking out for the year. So.
Oh dang! Can't beat that.
What's that for?
So I own a place that's about 2 miles from the boat ramp on the Upper Chesapeake Bay. It's an old, It's actually a basket weaving factory. So it was like a large industrial building that's sort of been converted. And when I bought it, it was in shambles. But I spent some time, really fixing it up. And I rent it to everyone, but it's really ideal for bass tournament guys. It's kind of no frills lodging. It can sleep maybe 12 to 14 people max. And I have the boat parking to back it up, which is really always the issue when you go somewhere.
Yep.
So I got a big field right next to the house, and you can just line up pretty much 8 to 10 boats right there, and run your cord to the house, and you're good to go. So
yeah, I know that difficulty. Because I used to set stuff up for my travel buddies and stuff like that. And it's like, how many boats we got coming? Well, we got 6 this time. We got 8. We got 4. It's like. Look, there's not a lot of places that you're going to get 6-8 boats in plus co-anglers.
No, there's very few, and I got that. It's cool. I call it the fishing factory if you look it up on Airbnb. So cool. Fishing and the factory element together there.
That's unique, man, for sure.
Cool.
Yep. And Diehard Angler says good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We got all of Kentucky in the house here.
Oh yeah, man, we got to.
Yeah.
James Minold says nice looking hat.
Yeah, I think he's got one just like it.
I thought he was talking about Rob's hat.
No, he's talking about the Diehard hat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That is a good looking hat.
Yeah. Luke's a great guy. Talked to him many times. So, are you going this Dale Hollow tournament? Are you going on the pro side or the co side?
I had every aspiration of fishing the mountain as a boater this year, but I'd had some boat issues that I really didn't get resolved until, knock on wood, the other day. I haven't had any issues since. So I signed up as a co-angler. I'm trying to help the cause there with all the boat-on-boat draws. So I think I might fish the remainder of the mountain as a boater, but I'm going to fish as a co on Saturday. So.
Okay.
Well, you still do the wild card at the end and switch over. So I think that's pretty cool. The wild card, you can do boater or co. I know some guys that's doing the whole season as co and then go wild card as a boater. So that's pretty cool.
If you qualify for a different regional through a different division, can you still fish the wild card too?
I don't think so. I think if you qualify for regional, you're locked into one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's funny. I fished. Yeah. Well, I wanted to go to wild card last year because one of my travel partners was going, and I was in Music City. I think I was 22nd in points, and I had something at work come up, and I couldn't make the super at Old Hickory, and I still finished like 44th. So I had to go to the regional. I didn't have the option to go to wild card. So but that was wild. I didn't fish the super and still made it. So
yeah, it looks like some divisions you can make it in 3 or 4 tournaments. Really, if you catch a fish in all 3 or 4.
Yep.
Yeah, he says you got a boatyard up there.
He's not lying.
That's pretty funny.
Robert Holloway wants to know what your go-to bait as a co-angler that you have most confidence in Del Hollow this time of year. I don't.
Ask me after the weekend.
There you go. There you go.
I would think if you're around grass, like probably either a trap or a chatterbait,
Yep.
or if you're fishing out to eat, maybe like a ball head swim bait, like a small, finesse or a rig or a spoon or blade bait of some sort.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to tell Rob the Carolina rig and a rig, but
Yep.
I don't think he's going to listen.
Maybe one or the other.
They call that the Del Hollow rig down there, so that tells you how popular it is down there.
So if you fished the FLW, did you fish it as a pro or a co?
I never fished the tour. I did
Okay.
fish a handful of Toyotas as a boater, and then I've also fished a bunch of Toyotas as a co. But the MPFL was my only experience, sort of at that top echelon. So,
all right,
yeah,
that looks like that'd be a cool format to fish. I mean, it looks like it's pretty laid back there.
I really enjoyed my experience. The 3 days no cut was interesting. It was great if you were behind, but I will say, like, you could never relax. Like going into the final day, you could be in 10th place or even higher than that, and if you didn't go out and catch a limit, you weren't even going to get paid. So, it was always kind of stressful up until you had a limit, at least on that final day, and knew you might be in okay shape. But other than that, great people, great experience. Had a lot of fun with that.
That's one of the things I hear a lot about that division, that series is everything's run well, and it's like a family oriented type,
Absolutely, yeah, it felt like that.
Not a lot of cutthroat.
No.
Yeah.
Andrew's asking about the All-American. I think that's the last week in May.
Sounds right.
I believe, which means that you can weigh in 15-inch smallmouth. So it's on Cherokee, and they got funny regulations there where I think in June or starting June 1st, maybe it goes to 18.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a whole different ball game. And I think you can only do one. So.
Yeah, I think every time we go down there for the volunteer, seems like when we go down there, it just changed 18, and I'll catch 15 inches like all day, and I'm like, it's my luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough lake though, man. It's tough lake.
It's got fish in it though. It should be a good tournament. I think it's a good time of year, so I think you'll see probably smallmouth weight in that event, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of largemouth too. So
good spots down there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, James
I'll
says
take them all as a co-angler, even the 12 inches.
You have to.
Hey, makes a limit.
Yeah, you got it.
Side pie hat. Glad to see you at Gunnersville.
Yeah. Yep. James was there to congratulate me. That was awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
He's coming for it too. James Wheatley. Watch out, Rock.
Is James fishing Dale this weekend too?
Must be.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, the more the merrier, man. Hey, more people sign up, the more you're gonna have to pay out. So hey,
you got it. I'll be there to write the checks.
Awesome, man.
Barking Ruger is home now. He's gonna be our guest. He's gonna be our guest tomorrow. So
yeah, my buddy Joseph. Hey Joseph, how you doing, buddy?
Yep. So
good
go
deal.
Ahead.
Yeah. James Whitley said, he's doing Mountain and Music City here.
Good
deal, man.
I should be at all those, I think, or most of them. Anyway.
Yep. Yeah, they're a blast.
You guys are lucky. You can fish in 3 or 4 divisions. Me being in New York and in the Northeast, I have to travel 8-10 hours to get to a different division.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough, John. And I will say that that's really what kind of inspired me to sort of move down this way, just because you have so many more opportunities. And I think to fish the Northeast division, for someone who lives in the geographical center of it all, you're driving probably 5 to 6 hours on average per tournament. And Rob, we could fish 3 different divisions and never drive 5 hours for one event. So
yeah, I mean,
I like driving to Dale because you gain an hour. So going down there, you gain an hour. So I've done that. Show up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I park behind the weigh-in trailer. I've done that before.
It's good in the morning, but it's not as great on the way home, I don't think.
Yeah, you kind of pay the piper.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like going to the Potomac for me. That's a little over 6-hour drive.
Wow.
But, Robert Holiday says we need a battle of the mullets.
Hey, he's coming back in style with the younger guys now.
Yeah. Every 18 to 20-year-old.
Yep. Oh.
We forgive your New Yorkness. No one's perfect. You're correct on that. You're correct. No one's perfect. But no, I don't mind the travel. It is what it is, you know. You can't. I don't like the schedule. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wanted to fish on Cuba Lake every weekend, there's tournaments there every weekend.
All right.
Oneida Lake is almost every weekend, so I just choose to fish a complete series.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
A group of guys too, for sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Luke's Home Lake Cumberland's like that. There's something every weekend down there. In the summer, you got night tournaments. Yeah, there's always something going on.
Do you like the night fishing, Rob? I can't get behind that yet.
I had an older partner that kind of showed me some things, and I mean, I've done okay on them, but I'm still like, So, but yeah, it's just different. But in summer, it's pretty cool because you got so much boat traffic. Fish at night, you don't get beat to death, and jet skis running around you and all that stuff. Right. So, yeah, I'm so still on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to give it a try one of these times.
Yeah, it is fun.
Oh,
let's go.
Die Hard says he'll take you, Luke.
Let's go.
And James says, I'm a big fan of night fishing on Nolan in the summer.
Okay.
I've heard some good stuff about Nolan. I haven't had a chance to fish it yet.
Oh, Luke, I love fishing Cumberland. Used to live.
Okay.
Yep.
I got to try it.
How do you pronounce that, Rob? Is it Barra?
Barron. Or Brea. Same place I live. Yeah, I live in Brea.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys are going for bragging rights this weekend.
Yeah, apparently that's part of it. But that's the fun of it. You know, you get with your buddies. I know Luke's probably done it. You know, share a house with a bunch of guys, and it's a blast, man. You laugh, cut up, share ideas. Somebody needs some tackle, you know, let every guy borrow it. So, yeah, it's pretty laid back when you have a bunch of guys travel with you and stay with you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the barter system's always nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Our local club, when I fished the club level, I don't know, probably 15, 20 years ago, we'd always have an away tournament, and we'd go to Black Lake. Well, we'd get up there and have fun, and then the morning of the tournament, you know, I'm fishing, and guy goes to set his hook. Somebody loosened all the drags on his bait casters.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
That is brutal.
Another guy would go and he'd bend the guy's jig hook over so he couldn't hook a fish.
No.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Maybe leave a banana in his boat or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Barking River says, Luke, thank you for what you're doing, putting all the side pot. It's good to have something different going on.
Yeah. Definitely. I echo that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. My goal is 7 this year.
Seven wins?
7, yeah, 7 side pot wins. I don't know how I'm going to do it with 6 tournaments, but I'm going to try for 7.
Okay. Hey.
Set your goals high, man. Got to set them high.
7 or 8 is the most anyone has ever won, so that puts you right there up at the top. So,
yep.
But they do it all in 1 year?
No, they did it over 2 years, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a post, I think either today or yesterday it was, that there's like 4 or 5 people that have like 7 side pot wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guys are really taking advantage of it.
And you can't blame them.
No, but there's a lot of other people who I look at them and I'm like, wow, you've missed out on a lot of money so far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, there's a lot of young guys, old guys. It's a good mix. I mean, it ain't all just, 18-year-olds or 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. It's a good mix.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We get a lot of established veterans and some younger guys. It's cool. It's fun. A lot of these guys have side pots amongst their friends and whatnot. So, why
Yep.
not? Why not take it to the next level? And it's cool. Boost the pot a little bit. Like I said,
Yep.
it's a fun for a media outlet. It gives guys another way to promote their sponsors and say, hey, I was featured here and this and that. So I have fun with it for sure.
Yeah,
It's always nice.
Then you get your picture on the Side Pot website on Monday. That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your sticker in the mail, then you're good to go.
Yep. I got one on my truck.
Good deal. I appreciate
it. But,
now, is there any stipulation to that? Like, some contingencies you have to have your sticker on your boat or your truck or both of them, or just pay the fee and.
Yeah, no, I tried to make it as simple as possible with like limited, barriers of entry. There's no membership fee. I feel like that's kind of gimmicky just in general. Yeah. So no special requirements. You just have to be competing in the tournament that you're signing up for. Of course, it's not like a one-off. Well, it's a one-off, but it's not an actual tournament itself. It's a tournament inside of the tournament. So you just have to be competing in the event. As of now, all the side pot deadlines are basically tournament blast off. So if you're sitting there in the morning, you can still sign up on your phone. It takes just a couple minutes to do so. I think in theory, I'd like to shut the deadline down a little earlier, but as it's growing, I think you need to just give people as much time as possible to remember and sign up. So as of now, you just go on the website and sign up. It's 90% payback, no credit card fees or gimmicks or nothing like that. So you pay $100 and $90 goes straight to the pot.
Yeah, and you can pick and choose which tournaments you want. If you're familiar with certain lakes, and you got a lake you're not as familiar with, you can choose, which ones. You don't have to sign for all 5, like in the BFL or something.
Yeah, you can cherry pick if you want, for sure.
Yep.
Look, I'm signing up for Gunnersville.
Which one?
None of them.
He had a not so good experience at Gunnersville.
Okay.
No, I fished a Toyota Championship down there or Costa Championship, and my boater on day one had a little over 22 pounds, and I didn't have any.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was kind to him. I stayed out of his way.
Yeah.
And he told me, he goes, nope, just flip. I'm like, nope, you got something going on. I'm not going to mess with you. You got a lot more riding on this tournament than I do.
He was flipping and he caught 22 pounds?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That sounds fun.
I was frogging. I was getting bites. I just couldn't get them hooked. Keep them on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that grass is gnarly there. It's thick stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My buddy, Jared, he says, me, him, and my buddy Coach all teamed up, went to Toyotas as co's, and we all traveled together. We had a blast last year, man. It was fun.
Is Jared fishing any this year?
I don't think so. He's got a bunch of stuff going on, but we had a blast last year. We had a blast. It was good times. Yeah, I had like John. I think I had day one. My boater last year, Toyota, had like 24 pounds. I was a good net man. I mean, I got a couple. I think I had 8 pounds on day one.
Yeah,
and then it's a fun lake. There's some big girls down there.
I got to net an 8.5 the final day for my boat.
Nice.
I don't know if I've ever been in the boat with a bigger fish than that. Honestly,
Yep.
Never fished. I haven't fished too many tournaments in Florida or Texas to be around that many giants. So that was a cool experience.
Yeah, my boater was from Florida, and he goes, "Don't even worry about netting it." He goes, "I got 65 braid. If it breaks it, it breaks it." Like, okay.
let her rip, Tater Chip.
Yeah.
James says fixing to do a triple tournament back to back. Ross Barnett, Toledo, then back to Smith.
Nice.
Dang, balling.
Yeah. He's still aiming. James is still aiming for his first win.
Yeah, I think Ashley got him regional last year. She killed it on Lake Norman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that could be a tough lake, I heard.
Martin Gruber says, at least you don't have one of those wingnut Cajuns running around squirting your lower unit with bottle of oil and some glitter while you're getting ready to launch.
Oh, no. That's cool.
Sound like he's talking from experience there.
Bro.
It may be him. He may be the
Yeah,
glitter
that's
one.
true. That's true.
And Die Hard says you have an awesome program. I haven't been in it yet, but I'm gonna get in every one I can.
Yeah, it's super easy, man. Like I said, it is. It is super easy to get into.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
do you do
you
like
just go on the website.
state federations as well, or?
I do. I get a lot of requests for a lot of tournaments, and I try and not get spread too thin because I already have so much going on, and it really just becomes a
Right.
problem of like marketing and putting out posts and reminding people. And I feel like if I took on every tournament, I just wouldn't be able to give each one of them their own sort of due diligence or
Yeah.
promote it in the way that I need to. So if there's particular states or tournaments where people have like strong social networks where they feel like they can market it and they can get participation, then I'm happy to set it up on the website. It doesn't take me that long to set it up, and now that I have the interface sort of in place, but I just don't have the ability to market it to all those anglers specifically. So it kind of becomes on the angler's own shoulders to sort of get it going at that level.
Right.
Gotcha.
I know we tried to key in on a lot of your fishing, but I know a lot of the fans want to know more about the side pot and stuff like that, because it seems to me like it's picking up steam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's also it's confidence season right now. It's kind of funny how there's a flip of the switch for all of us anglers kind of going into the spring, where fall, maybe you took a few too many L's, or your tail's between your legs, or you spent through all your tournament budget for the year, and then come March, everyone is going to win every tournament, and we're all going to go to the classic and this and that. So I feel like spring is always fun and exciting, and I feel like we probably get the best side pot numbers then too. So
everybody got the spring fever. That's what it is.
You got it. Everyone's ready to go.
Yep.
So now's the time to get in. The pot's going to be higher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like we're going to have I don't know, 5, 6, 7, maybe more for Dale Hollow. So that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I believe I got your website correct there, sidepotfishing.com.
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Go on there, just click on the register tab, and then everything is sort of sorted by division. So if you're fishing a BFL, for example, you can click BFL, then the specific division that you're fishing, and then on the drop down menu, you'll see each tournament, and you purchase the entry to that side pot, and then I get all your information, and you're automatically registered. So
okay.
Yep. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Joe saying last time John went to Gunnersville, he thawed out on day one and was spoiled by day 2. Had to throw him out.
Oh, no.
That's funny right there. Okay, here you are. That's pretty good.
It gets cold there.
Yep.
Actually, it was nice. It was early October. I was in shorts.
Yeah.
Oh, heck. Humid probably still, I'd say.
Yeah.
But there's Die Hard. Jared said he's just going to fish local stuff. So, okay.
I'll see him on Cumberland.
Oh, yeah. He'll be all over Cumberland. I guarantee you.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Fish where you want to.
Good lake. Nothing wrong with that. Now, what is has been, besides Cumberland, what's been your favorite lake or favorite place to go to?
Gosh, I want to say Gunnersville, but that doesn't sound like the popular opinion right now. It's probably just based on how weeks ago went.
Yeah.
I don't fish Dale as much as I should. It's only an hour away from the house, but sometimes it's hard to drive an hour when you got Cumberland, 10 or 15 minutes away. So really haven't spent as much time there. I'd say I probably like some of the TVA lakes more than maybe some of the Highland reservoirs. I like Chickamauga a lot. I know it's not what it used to be, but I still have fun fishing it. So I don't know. Maybe Pickwick would be like one of my favorites down in this area. But other than that, I love fishing where I grew up. Potomac River would probably be my favorite up that way. Upper Bay is probably my home body of water. Delaware River. It's really not as bad as people talk it up to be. So I love the tidal stuff.
Yeah.
Or the current related. I think they're kind of the same.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now you thinking about fishing any Potomac this year or no?
Am I fishing any Potomac?
Yes.
I saw there's a Toyota series there. I'm tempted to jump in that from the back of the boat. Honestly, if I'm going to be in the area, I'm not really sure. I haven't worked on my schedule yet. Last year, I fished the 3 Centrals, and then I jumped in that one to sort of meet the wild card requirements, and actually finished in second place, which was awesome. And that was an interesting event because the final day was canceled by a hurricane. So I was in second place going into the final day, and really had the potential to win, but also had the chance to fall pretty far. And I don't know, the pay jump from second to 10th is pretty dramatic. It's also dramatic first to second. So it kind of depends how you look at it. But the weather was terrible. So they did make a right call for that tournament. But
yeah, I fished Lake Erie, and they canceled day 2 and day 3 because of that. So
yeah, after everyone had fished day 1. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And the weights are tight. Weights are tight on Toyota too. I mean, with ounce or two, you can move up 10, 12, 15 spots easily.
Yeah. It's a lot different canceling day 1 and then still having 2 days where you know when the end of the tournament is. But it's a strange scenario, like fishing day 2 and maybe someone eased up on their fish to try and save them for day 3, only to find out day 3 is canceled. So
yeah,
definitely a strange dynamic. You don't want to leave too much out there on the table. That's for sure.
Definitely.
And it must be hard for tournament directors because there's probably guys like, well, I'm in 98th place. I'm not going to catch a check. I'm just going home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend the extra day, So, and James said he's trying for that win this year.
Good luck, man. Hope you get it.
Yeah, so do I. I don't think I'm fishing against you, so. Both flipping everything, he says. Especially fat girl. Ain't scared to be seen on a mop.
Moped.
Moped.
But no.
I got a visual in my head now.
Yeah. I've seen guys on mopeds up here in Richmond before. You know how Richmond is, and there was an old man, I forget, he had a moped, and then he had like a dolly behind it, and he had like 2 cases of beer pulling it down through downtown Richmond.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, I said, yeah, he's had a DUI, and he's gonna party at home now.
Yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to be driving one of those, but
yeah, you can't. Yeah, we call them liquor sickles. Yeah, we call them liquor. Me and my buddy see him running around. Say, oh, that guy had a DUI. Moped goes by.
Yeah.
we had a guy up here. Those scooters.
Yep.
Like the disability scooters.
Yep.
He got a DUI on one of those.
Oh heck! You got a problem. You get one on those, you got a problem. You got a bad problem.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
So you're going the All-American.
I am, yeah. Which I honestly,
congrats, man. That's huge.
After winning the regional, it felt like I already won.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that, and that's a great opportunity because there's only 50 other people or less than that. So, you look at the odds of winning that are better than any other tournament. So,
yeah,
that's exciting.
What is it? Six people per division?
Yeah,
or
and then
per regional, I should say. Per regional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw 47 or something along those lines. So,
yeah. Yeah, I heard they treat you like royalty. They give you a swag bag and all kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. The guys I've known that's been to it, say it's an awesome experience.
I'm excited for that. I fished one Bass Nation national championship before with the old format where it was one guy from every state, and that was a similar scenario where they treated you great. I remember leaving my boat in the boatyard for a week, and they filled it up with gas every day. They hook it up to a new Tundra back then. It was the deal back in the day. So I'm not quite expecting that from the All-American, but I saw they have a couple dinners and special events, and it'll be cool. It has some prestige and great feel to it. So,
yeah, that turns. It's been around for a while too. So a lot of prestige on that one.
And that's only 2.5 hours from the house, so it'll be a good deal too.
Yeah.
That's
not a little bit. I might spend some time practicing for that one too.
Yeah, I think I might, if I were you.
Yeah, the win at Dale Hollow, I really don't think I would have won if I didn't go down there just in practice for a day and find a few areas. And I think of those 8 keepers that I weighed over 3 days, I think 3 of them came off areas that I had sort of found. So not to say that maybe
Cool.
I wouldn't have caught fish in other scenarios, but just being able to sort of provide that last minute opportunity or backup plan for your boater, given the scenario, really helped. I don't think that's something you need to do for every tournament, but something like that, of that magnitude, I think it definitely paid off.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
It's always nice to get to a place just to check out the water and the color and temperature and how things set up a little bit anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're not too familiar with the lake.
Yeah, that's true. The thing I like about side pod is you're only competing against other anglers that sign up for it. Great concept.
Yep, definitely.
Got to be in it to win it.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got it.
Got to put your skin in the game.
Now, is there any stipulation where you have to finish in the top 20%, 50%?
No, not at all. I think last year, 113th was the lowest I ever got to as far as placing angler, winning a side pod or getting a check. And there's plenty of scenarios where, as it's a growing program, right, participation isn't always the best. Where I'll have one particular angler sign up for a side pot, and they might blank. So really, any other scenario, if anyone catches one fish, they're going to end up winning $190, basically taking that other angler's money. So, a lot of times it's only 1 or 2 fish, as it's still a relatively new program. So,
oh yeah, I can attest to that. I fished the regional down in Eufaula, and day 1 I caught all shorts. Day 2 I caught 2 fish, one pretty decent one. Finished 77th, and I think the other guy that was entered, he called me after I was coming through Atlanta, said, "Hey, you won." I'm like, "What?" I had no clue. I thought I was out of it, but good surprise. It made my day coming through Atlanta. I think I actually smiled going through Atlanta traffic.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good deal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's always nice coming back with having a check in your hand, or knowing you're getting a check.
Yeah, I've had a couple of scenarios. One just last week. Cool story I'll tell. I had a buddy of mine, Rusty Odom. He signed his friend Jacob up without Jacob knowing. So he went on and paid his entry fee, and then Jacob actually won the side pot. There were, I think, 5 anglers in it, so it was $450. And Rusty gave me his number and had me text him to sort of surprise him. So I was able to queue up the text of, this is Luke from Side Pot Fishing. Like, congratulations, I'll be mailing you a check for $450. And he was, I'm sure, super surprised, super excited.
Oh yeah,
it's like
that's awesome.
With someone, so.
Yeah, that was Rusty that called me. That was Rusty that called me. We just got a thing from James. Say, hey, you beat Rusty, you follow that. Yeah. Rusty called me. That's who called me. I couldn't remember. I was getting old man syndrome there for a minute.
that probably paid for the kids' weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know he got more in the side pot than he did from the actual tournament check. Which would be pretty common, really. I mean, the side pot check is often better than your actual tournament check.
That's my wife. She just got done making some cookies. So
good.
All right.
Cookies.
Yeah. So Luke, since my wife is down here, I will ask you this question.
Oh, geez.
What is your favorite homemade cookie?
Homemade, I might go with chocolate chips, but that's probably because I haven't had a homemade oatmeal raisin. I think that might be.
Oh, oatmeal raisin, really?
I don't know. Chocolate chip is probably where it's at.
Yeah, that's hard to beat.
Yeah.
This is a molasses cookie. I mean, it's.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
I'll give you my address.
Well, they're not for looking at. You got to eat them.
Well,
that's right.
I'm trying not to be too rude.
Hey, a cook's supposed to sample the goods. So there you go.
That's right.
I have a frog here too. If she wants to sample that.
Oh,
I might be able to throw it better than you. So.
Oh.
Sounds like that story we got earlier from Gunnersville. So
yeah.
I had no problem.
You know, he didn't comment on that. He didn't comment on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course, I haven't been fishing in years, but it's still there.
Yeah. We're about 45 minutes into this bashing the co-host here. So and James says called out on my own live. Yep. That's okay.
No, it's all
just
good.
Yeah, it's the side pot, just like the side pots. It's all fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Oh, and we forgot to ask him. Now, what is your least favorite lake to go to, or one lake you don't want to go back to, if any?
That's a good question.
I'm going back to Lewis Smith in about a month, and that's one place where I've had really mixed results. When the water's high
Yep.
and it's flooded in the bushes, it's fantastic, but I've also gone there and blanked. So
Yep.
I think we'll see if we get a lot of rain, if the water's a little more stained, if it pushes those fish up shallow, I think it'll be great. But that's one of the places that did not treat me well. I think last year I caught 2 fish over 2 days. So
Oh, that's brutal.
Rock says, Luke, I'd like to meet you at Del Hall this coming weekend. Hopefully all of us catch some pretty good and make side pot interesting.
I'll be there. I'm bringing the big side pot check with me too. That'll be in the car. So whoever wins, I'll be there to
man.
take and hold the big check up. So they get their face
There
all
you
over
go.
the internet.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
If you want to put my name on it right now, go right ahead.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting deep in here. I'm gonna go.
Uh-oh.
Guys.
See?
It's getting too
She
deep
said
in
peace
here.
out.
Yeah, she's probably
She said peace
going
out.
to put her duck boots on or something. I don't know.
Right.
But no,
Yeah, sorry.
that's okay. Wow. I guess I'm sleeping in the garage tonight.
Won't be the first or last time, buddy. I'm telling you.
You're right. But no, we're
Been
a
there.
little bit in here. I know we talked a lot about side pot during this episode. You know, do you want to talk about any sponsors, people that help you get along the way? You know, I know you had to have some help with the NPFL and stuff like that, or anything. This is all you, man.
Yeah, I think Power Pole has sort of always been with me from the beginning, as well as Mercury. I actually got a Yamaha on my boat, but those guys have always helped me out over the years. And then the people at Lornet, you know, so War Eagle, Booyah, Yum, those brands over there, they've helped me out a lot over the years, and I've caught a ton of fish on that War Eagle spinnerbait is probably my favorite lure if I really had to pick one. So
Okay.
those guys have helped me out.
Absolutely.
And then other than that, side pot, you know, which we've talked about a lot, it's really my baby. It's not allowing me to fish or paying my bills or anything like that, but something I'm passionate about and something I'd love to see, you know, succeed and really change this industry and make a positive impact. So
Yeah,
Definitely. I think it already has,
So,
man.
yeah.
I mean, it's unique.
yeah, we'll see. I think that the more anglers that rally behind it, I think the more attention it gathers. I think that maybe organizations will sort of maybe even take a step back and maybe look at that, and if they can find some ways to improve payouts on their end. But I think you know, just the ability to fish for better money and have 90% payout on pretty much any tournament in the country is huge. So
definitely, for sure. Because I know co-anglers sort of get the you do too. They don't always get the payback that they should, because some of that gets funneled over to the pro side. But when you're comparing percentages, and it's
yeah, I mean, I think it goes both ways. But yeah, I mean, just the co-anglers have expenses too. I mean,
Yep.
you know, you're going to spend probably another $100 minimum, you know, and that's probably more like $300 to $400 per tournament. So
yeah,
you know, to win that back in the BFL, you basically have to finish in what, third, fourth, fifth, or higher probably to get $500
Yep.
in the BFL, and you know, to get $500 from side pot, you only have to beat 4 other people, really. So
Yeah.
the odds are definitely in your favor.
And plus, co-anglers don't get as many contingencies as the boaters, so that's awesome too.
Yeah, I think what, Black Rifle? Well, I guess they're not anymore, but that was
Yeah.
it was a
Epic.
boater only, and
I think just Epic and General Tire maybe this year. I think it's only 2 I remember.
okay. General Tire is my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably helped you out at the regional.
Yeah, I think I've won. I don't know if everyone's aware, but you get discount tires from them as well. It's not just a
Yep.
contingency program, but they'll sell you discounted tires for your truck. And then I think over the years, I probably won over $1,000 in general tire money. So more than enough to buy myself a set of tires. So
Yeah,
they've been great.
It's easy to get into. You just have to tell the BFL, the ladies at the trailer or whatever. Because I've actually had a tournament director call me, says, "Hey, you in General Tire? You got any General Tires in your truck?" I'm like, "Nope, I just bought the truck."
You're about to though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to though. That's check number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good program. I know a lot of guys that's
Good
collected
tires.
money on that. Yeah. Awesome tires.
Yeah.
I remember having General Tires way back in high school. I ain't gonna tell you what year that was, but
Yeah.
quite a few years back.
Yeah.
what was that? Early 70s?
Not that much, man. Come on. I'm not that old. Mid 80s.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So anything else you want to talk about, Luke?
No, I'm hopefully fishing all the Music City this year as a co-angler. Going to be fishing, I think, most of the Mountain as a boater or a co. Not really sure yet. Fishing the Central Toyotas. Probably a bunch of local stuff at the house here at Cumberland. If anyone sees me, don't hesitate to pull me over or say hi or anything like that. I'd like to say, I'm the guy wearing the side pot hat, but I've noticed like a lot of guys are starting to wear the side pot hat at the tournament. So that was great to see. I know James in the comment, he was wearing his at Gunnersville, and that's cool. I love when people go across the stage with it. So it makes me smile.
Awesome, man. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to who's going to get that big check at Dale and get the bragging rights. That's even up the pot and up the ante on that now.
You got it.
Now, can you sign up for them all at once?
You could, yeah. You just individually would add them all to your cart. So but yeah, you'd be just paying five entries at once. So it does help when people sign up a couple days earlier or a week in advance, just for me to kind of promote it, because the number one question I always get is how many people are in it, and most people wait to the last minute on everything. So it doesn't sound great when you tell someone only 1 or 2 people are in the side pot, when really another 10 people are going to go on their computer, at 9 o'clock at night, right before the tournament, and sign up. So I think sometimes if people got into it a little earlier, we'd be able to promote the numbers a little better and sort of kind of build that momentum of, hey, there's already 10 or 20 people in the side pot. So
yeah.
Definitely.
James, he's signing up as soon as this live ends. Well, we appreciate that, James.
We do.
All right. Smart man, wise man.
I want to go dinging.
If you want to know how to spell my name, just send me a message. I'll give that to you.
Yeah. I'll be sending you that W-9 soon, John.
There you go.
There you go.
Gonna have to after winning 7 of them.
Yeah.
What division of the BFL do you think has the most side pot entries?
I think the Northeast would probably be our strongest this year. I'd like to think one of these divisions in Tennessee or Kentucky that I'm sort of fishing now more actively. But my guess is that probably the Northeast would be the strongest. So
nice.
I'd be hoping to pay at least 2 or 3 boater and co-angler winners for all those tournaments.
Awesome.
Nice.
And I think that's one of those divisions where I think it makes sense for everyone. But, we were talking about the travel distance earlier, and then New York is all toll roads. A lot of your ramps are $10 and $20. So just your cost is enormous to compete in some of these tournaments. So I think if you want any chance of breaking even, I think, entering the side pot is definitely your best bet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially like where I'm at, I have to go to Champlain, and that's anywhere from 3.5 hours to 4 hours away.
Yeah.
And then I go to Potomac twice this year.
Yeah.
That's 6 hours each way.
Yeah.
So
and probably
miles. 3
bridge tolls and a tunnel toll and
ramp toll and
Yeah.
speeding ticket and
Yeah. Camera.
I almost got one of them coming back from Chesapeake last year.
Uh-oh.
I was going
Almost.
80. I was going 80 and a 55.
Whoops.
Oh, we won't tell anyone.
Whoops.
Got lucky. He let me go. So
Nice. Was it,
All
he
right.
must have been a fellow fisherman, right?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see him. I got off an exit and he got off and I'm like, oh, dang it.
We all been there, man. We all been there.
Yeah. I pulled into the gas station. He just kept on going. I'm like, phew.
No. Suddenly needed gas real bad.
Yeah.
he had to check his shorts too at the Time for a dude wipe. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Luke, I hope I get to see you this year, meet you in person.
Yeah, maybe at the Potomac or something like that. That's
Yeah.
kind of on my way. I'm still in and out of Maryland with the rental house there we talked about. So
All right, sounds good, man.
So.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
Anything
definitely
else?
be seeing you Saturday, man. I'll see you Saturday.
All right, bro.
Hopefully
Anything-
one of us has a trophy and a check.
Yeah, first and second. I don't care which way it goes. I'll take second.
I'm good either way.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll kick you off to the green room, and if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. And if not, I know people got stuff to do. So thank you very much for coming on. Appreciate everything
Yeah,
that you're
appreciate
doing
it.
for the anglers and trying to give more anglers a little bit more money.
Yeah, it was
So-
fun.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. It was good information. I hope everybody enjoyed the content and sign up for Side Pod every chance you get, because if not, you're leaving money on the table.
Yeah, you got that
There
right.
you go. All right.
All right,
Thank you very much,
gentlemen.
Luke.
All right, thanks,
All right.
Luke.
Have a good
See you, buddy.
See you guys.
All
See
right,
ya. All right.
man, great guy, man. If anybody wants to check it out, go to that website and check it out. It's the real
Definitely.
deal. I said he mails a check out Monday morning. I said I'm in Kentucky, same state he is, but Wednesday, 2 checks I had Wednesday morning is in my mailbox.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, yep.
You can't beat it. I mean, you're going to fish it anyway. You might as well try to win some extra money.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Like I said, I finished 77th and won it. Didn't never guess in the world I had a chance. I'm like, I didn't get in on this one. And like I said, Rusty called me coming to Atlanta, and I was like, really? They had no clue. So good surprise.
Hey, made for a better trip home, right?
Yeah, I was actually smiling coming to Atlanta. So yeah, it did. But yeah, great program for sure, guys. Real deal.
And tomorrow we got Joe on. He's going to be talking about social media and fishing and some things we could try to do to help ourselves out with sponsors and social media.
Yeah, sharp guy. Y'all better have your notebooks ready and ready to take notes. Joe, good friend of mine, sharp guy. You'll enjoy it.
Yes. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Be safe. Anything else you got, Rob?
No, just appreciate everybody tuning in, and please like and subscribe on all our platforms. We sure do appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully. And have a good night, guys.
All right. Take care, everybody.